The one I have for you is worth the wait, my beloved soul. Welcome. Welcome into this moment of stillness, into this sanctuary of words where your heart can finally breathe. I want you to know that you are not here by accident. You are not listening to this by chance. This very moment, this very second, is a divine appointment. God himself has led you here because he wants to whisper into the deepest parts of your spirit. The one I have for you is worth the wait. So take a deep breath. Let go of the noise around you, the questions that keep you awake at night, the ache of loneliness, and the impatience that sometimes makes your heart heavy. Right here, right now, I want you to feel embraced, not just by these words, but by the gentle presence of God, who knows your desires, who knows your tears, and who knows how long you have been waiting. Waiting is not easy. No, it never has been. Waiting stretches the soul. It tests patience. It presses against our faith in ways that sometimes make us feel like giving up. Perhaps you've whispered late at night, "God, have you forgotten me? God, when will it be my turn? God, why does love feel so far from me?" And yet, in the silence of heaven, his voice gently replies, "My child, I have not forgotten you. The one I have for you is worth every moment of waiting." This speech, this message, is not about rushing love. It is not about forcing doors that were never meant to open. It is about resting in the assurance that God has already written your love story with his own hands. It is about believing that the one he has prepared for you is being shaped, molded, and refined, just as he is shaping, molding, and refining you. When God writes a love story, he does not scribble carelessly, does not hurry, he does not cut corners. He crafts every detail with intention, every meeting with purpose, every delay with meaning. And that is why, my beloved soul, the waiting is not empty, is sacred. Think of a seed buried deep in the ground. For a season, it looks like nothing is happening. For a season, it looks hidden, forgotten, unseen. But underground, in silence, the seed is breaking, the seed is forming, the seed is preparing for a future of growth. And one day at the right time, it breaks through the soil into the light. That is what waiting is like. You may feel unseen, you may feel buried, but you are not forgotten. God is preparing something beautiful, something that will bloom at the right time. I want you to hear this with all your heart. Love, when it is from God, is never late. It may not come when you expect it. It may not arrive in the way you planned, but it will always come on time. The one he has for you will not just enter your life as another face in the crowd. They will arrive as the missing piece your soul has been longing for. And when they do, you will understand why the waiting was necessary. Because love is not just about finding someone. Love is about becoming ready. God knows the exact moment when your heart will be ready to love without fear, to trust without holding back, to give without hesitation. And he knows the exact moment when the one he has chosen for you will be ready to meet you, to stand beside you, to walk with you through this life, my beloved. If only you could see what God sees, you would not rush. If only you could glimpse the person he is preparing for you, you would not settle. If only you could feel the joy of the moment when his promise finally unfolds, you would treasure every second of this waiting season. So today, let us walk slowly. Let us embrace the waiting. Let us believe that God is faithful, that his promises never return empty, and that his timing is not a delay, it is protection, preparation, and perfection. The struggles and emotional weight of waiting there is a silence that only those who wait truly understand. It is the silence that lingers after prayers whispered night after night when the answer has not yet come. It is the silence of watching others step into love, into marriage, into families, while you are still standing in the waiting room of life, asking, "God, when will it be my turn?" Waiting can feel heavy. It can feel like carrying an invisible burden that no one else sees. People may tell you, "Don't worry, it will happen when it's meant to." But they do not always understand the ache that lives in your chest. They do not feel the quiet tears you wipe away before bed. They do not know the loneliness that follows you even in crowded rooms. The truth is, waiting tests the deepest parts of us. tests our faith, our patience, our hope. Sometimes it even tests our sense of worth. You may begin to wonder, is something wrong with me? Am I too much? Or maybe not enough? These thoughts are heavy, and they do not come from God. They come from the enemy who wants you to doubt your value. But hear me clearly. Your worth is not measured by whether someone has chosen you yet. Your worth was set long before you were. Born by the one who created you, by the one who calls you beloved. The waiting can feel like a storm. Some days you wake up strong, filled with hope, believing that God is working behind the scenes. Other days, you feel like giving up, like settling for less than you deserve, just so you don't have to feel the ache anymore. And this is where the danger lies, in the temptation to settle. So many souls have missed the beauty of God's plan because they grew weary of waiting. They accepted love that was unkind, unhealthy, unfaithful because they believed that something was better than nothing. But let me tell you, my beloved soul, a half-love is not better than waiting. Broken promise is not better than God's perfect plan. Loneliness with God is safer than companionship without Him. Yes, the nights are long. Yes, the longing is real, but do not trade your destiny for temporary comfort. Do not hand over your heart to someone who is never entrusted with it by God. Your heart is precious, and it deserves to be held by the one God has prepared for you. Think of the refining fire. Gold does not shine immediately. It's placed in the fire, and in that fire the impurities rise to the surface and are removed. Waiting is your refining fire. It is not punishment, it is preparation. In the waiting, you are being refined, shaped into someone who will not just find love, but who will be able to keep it, nurture it, and honor it. And remember this, the one God has for you is also waiting. You may not see them, but they are somewhere in their own journey, praying, wondering, longing, just like you. God is working on both of you. He is aligning your paths, your timing, your hearts. If either of you arrives too soon, the story would not be complete. But at the appointed time, God will bring you together. It will make sense why it could not have happened earlier. Yes, there will be nights when the silence feels unbearable. There will be mornings when your heart aches as you see others, holding hands, sharing smiles, living what you dream of. But I want you to know this. God sees your tears. None of them are wasted. Every tear is a prayer. Every sigh is heard. Every longing is noticed. Heaven is not deaf to your cries. The struggle of waiting is real, but so is the promise. You will not wait forever. You will not carry this ache endlessly. There will come a day when you look into the eyes of the one God has kept for you, and in that single moment, every second of waiting will be redeemed. The tears will make sense. The nights of loneliness will make sense. The unanswered prayers will suddenly be revealed as answered in a better way than you ever imagined. Until that day comes, hold on. Do not lose yourself in impatience. Rush what God is still preparing. Let the waiting purify you, not break you. Let the longing draw you closer to God, not push you away. Let the struggle shape you into someone who can love fully when love finally arrives, because one day, when the promise is fulfilled, you will realize it was worth it. Every second, every tear, every silent prayer. Signs, lessons, and blessings in the waiting, my beloved soul. As you continue on this journey of waiting, I want you to pause and reflect on something very important. God is never idle. Even when it seems like nothing is happening, even when your heart aches and your mind questions, He is working behind the scenes. He is moving pieces, orchestrating circumstances, and preparing hearts in ways that you cannot yet see. This is the beauty of divine timing. The parts you do not understand are often the parts that will later make the story miraculous. When you wait on the one God has for you, pay attention to the signs. Not every passing moment is insignificant. Not every encounter is meaningless. Sometimes a smile from a stranger, a word of encouragement from a friend, a new opportunity in your life. These are all subtle whispers from heaven reminding you, I am preparing the way for what is mine for you.
Odd signs are not always
Dramatic. Often they are gentle, quiet, subtle nudges that keep you aligned with His plan. They may come as inner peace in moments of uncertainty, as clarity when confusion clouds your heart, or as lessons learned from relationships that didn't last. These signs are the breadcrumbs He leaves for you, so that even in the waiting you can be confident that He is near, and there are lessons in this waiting too. Lessons that your heart could never learn in the rush of instant gratification. Patience is a lesson. Trust is a lesson. Self-awareness, emotional strength, resilience, and the understanding of true love, these are all gifts you receive in the waiting. Some of the most beautiful souls I have witnessed were souls who waited, who trusted, who refused to settle. Waiting molds you into someone worthy of the love God has chosen for you. It is easy to overlook the blessings in waiting because your focus is often on what is missing. You look at others who seem to have it all and wonder why your story feels delayed, but take a moment to consider this. What God is withholding from you is often a protection. What He delays is often a preparation. Every closed door, every heartbreak, every disappointment is part of a larger design that you cannot yet comprehend. And when you finally meet the one He has for you, you will understand why those moments were necessary. Imagine a garden. Season has its purpose. There are times of planting, times of watering, times of pruning, and times of waiting for the harvest. If the gardener forced the harvest too soon, the fruits would not be ripe. If the gardener abandoned the garden too early, nothing would grow. Patience and timing are essential. God is the gardener of your heart and your life. He's preparing the soil, nurturing the roots, pruning what is unnecessary, and ensuring that when the time comes, your love will bloom fully and beautifully. And there is joy in the waiting, though it may not always feel like it. There is joy in the quiet moments of self-discovery, in the freedom to focus on your purpose, and the clarity that comes when you are no longer distracted by the wrong things. When you wait on God, you are not stagnant. You are growing, evolving, and becoming someone who can receive love without fear, who can nurture love without insecurity, who can cherish love without doubt. Let me speak to your heart plainly. Blessings are already on the way. Sometimes they arrive disguised as challenges. Sometimes they come in the form of lessons that feel hard or unfair. But these are all gifts. They are shaping you, molding you, aligning you with the one who is meant to walk beside you. The right person will complement your growth, not interrupt it. They will arrive not as a crutch, but as a partner in the fullness of life that God has designed for you. There are signs in the people you meet. There are signs in the opportunities that arise. There are signs in the quiet moments of prayer and reflection. Do not dismiss them. God often speaks in ways that are so gentle, so subtle, that we overlook them, only to realize later that He had been guiding us all along. And here is a truth that will sustain you. Waiting is never wasted. Your prayers, your longing, your devotion, they are all planting seeds. Seeds that will bear fruit when the timing is perfect. Seeds that will grow into a love story far richer, deeper, and more beautiful than anything you could have written on your own. So in this season of waiting, I urge you to embrace it fully. Celebrate the small victories, the moments of growth, the clarity gained through patience. Cherish the whispers of God that tell you to hold on. Recognize the blessings that are already present in your life, even as you wait for what is yet to come. And remember, my beloved soul, that every tear you shed, every prayer you utter, every moment of loneliness, all of it is part of the masterpiece God is painting for you. And the one He has for you finally arrives, you will see how beautifully your journey of waiting prepared you for a love that is worthy of your heart. Your story is unique. Your love is sacred. Your timing is perfect because it is God's timing, and the one He has for you are worth every moment, every struggle, every lesson, and every blessing that comes in the waiting. My beloved soul, the journey of waiting is coming to its most beautiful revelation. All the tears, all the unanswered prayers, all the nights of longing, they are about to meet their purpose. God, in His infinite wisdom, has prepared for you a moment so divine, so perfect, that it will eclipse every sorrow, every doubt, and every anxious heartbeat you have ever known. The one God has for you is not just a person, they are a promise fulfilled, blessing beyond measure, a joy that fills the spaces of your soul you once thought were empty. When they arrive, you will understand why the waiting was never in vain. You will understand why God did not answer your prayers sooner, why He withheld, why He delayed, because perfection cannot be rushed, and love that is true cannot be hurried. Imagine the day when your eyes meet theirs for the first time.
Apps.
You have dreamed of this moment, or perhaps it will surpass anything you could have imagined. There will be a recognition, a knowing in your heart that this is the one who is always meant to walk beside you. It will feel as though every step you took, every lesson you learned, every tear you shed, led you directly to this moment. This is the beauty of God's timing. It is precise, it is purposeful, and it is profoundly personal. No human clock, no worldly schedule could have arranged it better. Every season of loneliness, every challenge, every heartache was shaping you to receive this love fully, to cherish it deeply, and to honor it with a heart that has been prepared by God Himself. And the joy you will feel is not just a fleeting happiness. It is a deep, enduring peace that comes from knowing that God has kept His promise. It is a joy that fills your soul, steadies your heart, and reassures you that the one who created you knows exactly what you need, exactly who you are meant to be with, and exactly when that love should arrive. There will also be a profound sense of gratitude. Gratitude not just for the person who enters your life, but for every moment that led you to them. No? You will look back at the waiting, the lessons, the trials, and the quiet prayers, and you will realize that each of them was a gift. Even the hardest seasons were blessings, because they brought you to the love that is perfect, it's complete and eternal in its depth. When God's chosen one comes, it will not be a love that diminishes you. It will not be a love that asks you to compromise your values or sacrifice your joy. It will be a love that uplifts you, strengthens you, and walks with you through life as a partner, a friend, and a soul aligned with yours in God's purpose. Together, you will not just exist, you will flourish, you will grow, and you will reflect the beauty of God's design for love. And remember, this love is not simply about feelings. It is about devotion, respect, patience, and shared faith. It is about two hearts walking together under God's guidance, nurturing each other and building a life that reflects the glory of the one who brought you together. The love you receive will be a mirror of God's love for you, in failing, steadfast, and enduring, my beloved soul. Let your heart be filled with hope, let it rise in expectation, and let it rest in the peace that comes from knowing that what God has for you is worth the wait. Do not allow doubt to cloud your faith. Do not allow impatience to steal your joy. Instead, continue to pray, continue to trust, and continue to prepare your heart for the arrival of the one He is destined for you. And when that moment comes, when God finally answers your prayers and places the one He has chosen into your life, you will understand fully what it means to wait on Him. You will see that every tear, every trial, every moment of longing was not wasted. Every silent prayer, every hopeful thought, every whispered plea of your heart was heard in heaven, and now it is being fulfilled in the most beautiful way imaginable. So stand firm in faith, beloved soul. Guard your heart, protect your hope, and trust God's timing. The one He has for you is not just worth the wait, they are worth every lesson learned, every tear shed, and every moment spent preparing your heart for a love that is eternal. Hold on to this truth. You are loved. You are seen. And the one God has for you is already being prepared, just as you are being prepared for them. And when the two of you finally meet, it will be a divine symphony of purpose, joy, and love, proof that God's timing is perfect, and that waiting on Him was always worth it. Let your heart be at peace. Let your spirit rejoice. And let every step you have taken in the waiting season lead you into the fullness of the love God has promised. Because, my beloved soul, the one He has for you is indeed worth every second of your wait.